Hi, I'm Alex. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back. I actually can't believe I'm saying this, but it's time to pick my September TBR. It's currently raining and cold, and I'm in a sweater, so it must be fall, right? I thought this month to pick my TBR, we would do the TBR jar, like prompts picks my TBR. So I have 30 prompts in this little Disney mug. We have lots of mason jars. I thought this was cuter. So I have 30 prompts in here. We're gonna go through them and pick out 10 books from my TBR cart to read in the month of September. So let's get into it. Okay, number one. I did all these yesterday and I honestly already forgot what's in here. So number one is random number generator. Lovely. This is how I picked my TBR last month. If you didn't see that video, I will leave it linked down below. But I guess let's do a random number generator and see what book we're reading this month. Okay. Generate. I got 79, so let me go look at my TBR spreadsheet really quick and see what book that is. Okay, so I just consulted my TBR spreadsheet, and number 79 is Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I have exactly 80 books on my TBR right now, and this is one of the last ones I bought, so this is the first book that's going to be on my TBR for the month of September, which I'm very excited about. I really enjoyed this series and just finished reading None Shall Sleep and Some Shall Break, so I'm excited to be back in like a BAU kind of world. Okay, prompt number 2. A book that you bought for the cover. There are lots of books that I buy because of the cover. I'm trying to think. Prime and Premeditation is a really good book for this. I was definitely drawn to this because of the cover. Same thing with Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune. Let's look at the other side. Yeah, so these are my two options for this. So Pride and Premeditation, if you've never heard of it, the one sentence synopsis on the back is Pride and Prejudice gets a murder mystery makeover in this new series based on Jane Austen's most beloved books. This is the first of like 5 or 6. The new one just came out and it's pink and it's gorgeous and I love it. You know what? YA mystery sounds good this month, so we're gonna add Pride and Premeditation by Tizrah to the list. Number 3, a book by an author you've never read. I guess I've never read Tizrah, but that doesn't count. I need to pick something different. So I've read another book by this author, but not this one. Or this one. Or these. I guess there's a lot of books by authors I haven't read down here. You know what, I'm gonna go a little chaotic for this one, I think. So the ones I had picked up were Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan, and The Lucky List by Rachel Lippincott. Those are the 2 books I had picked off of my shelf. There are lots of books on here that I could choose from, as I said, but I think that I am gonna jump in to one of these. I have not read and would very much like to read both Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi and Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. I think this is the month that we're gonna add Addicted finally to my TBR. So that is gonna be book number 3. I can't fit Shatter Me back in right now. Okay, number 4. a book from a genre you don't typically read. So I would say I read a lot of romance. I would say that I have been reading a lot of fantasy, and I read a lot of mysteries, which really only leaves me with lit fic. I do also have some historical fiction books, but most of these are literary fiction. I'm like looking at these as if you can see them. Here's my TBR cart. So let's see. I could do Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney. What is this even about? Pursuing a writing career, studying in Dublin. I don't know. Probably not Conversations with Friends. The one that is really drawing me on this shelf, and I think the one that I'm probably going to pick, is Anxious People by Fredrik Backman. I also know that my hold at the library for this is going to be ready soon, so I can read it digitally rather than in paperback, which I love. I adore my Kindle, so Anxious People by Fredrik Backman is going to be the next book added to this list. Time for number 5. A book you were supposed to read in August. Okay, so I have 5 books left on my TBR for August, and one of these prompts, one of the books from August, would be the choice for, so I can't pick that one, which leaves me with also, I'm going to film a 24-hour reading challenge immediately after starting this, and 2 of the books I have planned for that, which that leaves me left with 2. So I can do Set on You by Amy Lea, or I can do Frat Girl by Kylie Roche. I already have 2 YA books on my list, so I think Frat Girl is going back on the cart for now, and the next book is going to be Set on You by Amy Lea. So that is 5 down, 5 to go. Let's see what the next one is. A book you think you will rate 5 stars. Okay, I was really nervous to get this one because I genuinely don't know if there's anything on my TBR I think I'm going to rate 5 stars, which I was also thinking is not good. I should buy books because I think I'm going to rate them well. So what do I think that I am going to rate 5 stars on here? I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna grab this. The American Roommate Experiment by Elena Armas. I read The Spanish Love Deception this month. Absolutely loved it, rated it 5 stars. I love Elena Armas's writing. I know she has a new book coming out soon too, so I want to catch up on the last of her backlog, and I think that there's a chance I could rate this 5 stars just because I like her writing a lot. So that is going to be book number 6. 4 more to choose. So the next one is a book with the color yellow on the cover, and I already picked Anxious People. Why did I do that to myself? That's a me problem. Nobody can blame me for this for me. Is the 7-year slip yellow, or is this orange? I think this is orange. But there is like yellow on the cover, so I could definitely do this. Conversations with Friends by Sally Rooney, still in the running. It really just wants to get picked, apparently. But I don't know. I just don't think it's the time for this. But I do think it's the time for this. So we're going to do The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston as book number 7 for the month. I heard one review about this from Destiny Sidwell and immediately when I bought it. I did really like The Dead Romantics, which is also by this author, so I am looking forward to this one. Okay, 3 more. And shake them up and open one. This one is a tiny one. I was like running out of paper while I was doing this, but a book in a series. Okay, that is pretty vague and gives me some room to play with. I think that for this one, I'm going to cheat a little because I have a hold coming available from Libby very soon for Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas, and I am determined to finish Assassin's Blade today, so I think that Heir of Fire is going to be pretty immediately on my TBR, so we are going to make that book number 8. I know that's not coming off my little cart, but that's fine. It's book number 8. The next one, for book number 9, this one's larger, okay. A book with a number in the title. I sort of knew that when I wrote this down, that there was a slim chance of getting it, because there's a lot, but I don't have a lot of options for this. So I have 100 Other Girls by Eamon Hierarchia, which is an option. I have 6 Wicked Reasons by Joe Spain, which is an option. And the last one that I have is... Oh wait, there's 2 more options. I'm really struggling to get these books out of the bottom, and I'm gonna rip them. I have 6 of Crows, and then the last option that we have, I can't get it out, is the Alice 6. So I think I'm gonna choose between one of these 3. I have right now 2 mysteries, 1 lit fic, and 4 romances. So let's add a fantasy. We're gonna add 6 of Crows. I guess Heir of Fire is also on here, so 2 fantasies. Yeah, 6 of Crows, book number 9, which is exciting. I will put these back after. Okay, last prompt. Let's see what it is. A book with no faces on the cover. Okay, well, neither of these books have faces on the cover, but neither does this one. So this is hard. Actually, way more books than I would have thought don't have faces on the cover of them. But I think that my 2 options that I'm going to keep for this one are What Happens After Midnight by K.L. Walther and Twisted Love by Anna Huang. I do feel like because I'm starting Addicted to You, I probably shouldn't also start the Twisted series at the same time. That feels a little bit chaotic. The other thing I could do is, are there faces on the covers? I was going to say I could do Magnolia Park's A Long Way Home, but technically The Mermaid has a face, so I can't do that. But I could do Priest by Sierra Simone. So it's between these 2. Do I want another YA, or do I want something a little darker? I'm gonna go with Priest by Sierra Simone as book number 10 on my TBR. So that is exciting. We have 10 books. Let's review them super quick. So start at the end. We have Priest by Sierra Simone, as we just said. We have 6 of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. We have Heir of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. We have The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. We have The American Roommate Experiment by Elena Armis. We have Set on You by Amy Lea. We have Anxious People by Fredrik Backman. We have Addicted to You, I'm holding this so weird. We have Addicted to You by Krista and Becca Ritchie. We have Pride and Premeditation by Tizrah Price. These are starting to fall over. And last but not least, Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. So those are the 10 books. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.